I feel like I should just smile big, like kitchen tour. Okay. Okay. Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Lacey, and thank you so much for stopping by. So today is the big kitchen reveal, and I'm also going to be showing you some behind the scenes footage of all the action that took place while we were creating what, in my opinion, is a masterpiece. What you doing? You're already awake? You want to go eat your food? Or you're not hungry?
I'm not hungry.
Okay. You gotta stop with that crying, bud. Okay? There's no reason to cry for an iPad. No reason. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So I'm also going to be sharing all the behind the scenes footage of us creating this. So I've been hinting for a while now that the kitchen was under construction, and today is finally the day that I reveal to you what we've been doing the last couple months. So I'm absolutely in love with the way it turned out. I love all the colors that we chose, how we kept the layout but we expanded by adding an island, and I'm no longer having to prep on that sticky brown table. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, click on the link above. So the one thing I really wanted when we were planning this renovation was to make sure that everything that we had a place and it wasn't on the counter. I like to keep things very clear and organized and neat and just have a very crisp, clean kitchen. Now, with kids and having a family, that doesn't always happen, but at least when it is time to clean up, there's places for everything to go. So that makes me really happy and really excited. So let me take you on. Welcome to my kitchen. Come on in. So let's start with this side of the kitchen. So this used to be a cabinet with a single door on top, and I opted to make the entire thing just drawers. Tell me it's not easier to be able to put things away and grab things by just the slide of a door instead of having to crouch down and get into a cabinet to be able to grab things. So that was my number one concern, was making sure that we had enough drawers to be able to do so. We swapped out our old dishwasher. Just wasn't really working. Didn't really clean any of the dishes. I mainly used it for drying storage after I hand washed everything. Now, where this dishwasher was, was actually another set of cabinets and a drawer as well, and I opted to move the dishwasher from over here to over here, just because when you are doing dishes and when you're unloading and loading the dishwasher, it is so nice to be able to take out any of the clean items and put it directly into the spot that it goes into, instead of having to walk all the way around. And just those little things definitely make a big difference and definitely makes the cleaning up process so much nicer. So now moving up, we extended the width of this cabinet about 4 inches, and then we also took the cabinet all the way to the ceiling. The previous sink was a 2-sided sink, and I opted to make it one single bowl because you can hide so many dishes in here. And when you are at home all day with the kids, you know the dishes pile up and you don't want to be doing dishes every couple minutes. With the other sink, it was so shallow that after you put a couple plates in there, and the entire thing was completely full. So we got a 9-inch sink in here, and now I can wash huge pots, do a large load at one time, and you don't have to see it. I went with an industrial type pull down faucet. This is the Cross brand, in a brass and black, and I think it's just so beautiful. It has a spray. I think it's so beautiful. And I love the gold finishes on it, and then with the matching soap dispenser as well. Now we always had this ledge right here, but I opted to get the same material as our actual countertop, and this is a white quartz countertop right here. And so if you remember, this right here used to be where the dishwasher was, and now I decided to add 3 large drawers, and this is where I keep all my pots and pans and lids so that they're nice and close to the stove. And in the top here, I'm keeping all of my spices, my pot warmers. I'll have your body up on mine. Do you hear the black body? Do you feel it here? So in the previous kitchen, so in the old kitchen, we did not have a range right here. We had a microwave with a small cabinet on top. Fine with the cabinets being up there. You can't really put any like food items in there because they get way too hot and it's hard to reach. So I don't know. I just feel like it's pointless. But so this is another area of the kitchen that I completely changed. The old cabinet used to end right here, and I decided to extend the cabinet all the way over here and add a corner cabinet so it has a nice angle that goes in, so that way when you're walking into the breakfast nook, it's not so crowded and it just kind of looks more natural. And I also love that it added a ton more cabinet, which means plenty of storage, and you can never have enough storage in a kitchen. So as you can see, we took the uppers all the way to the ceiling. I now have a larger main cabinet. As you can see, it's still empty at the top, so I still have plenty of storage in case I need it. But I also have this small cabinet here that I can store countless of things. So in this bottom cabinet here, this is where I keep our foodie and our fryer and any other larger appliances that I don't want to keep on the countertop. And so, yeah. So if we head over to this side of the kitchen, we decided to keep our pantry closet, not only to keep costs down, but this isn't going to be our forever home, so we didn't find it necessary to add on the cost of knocking down this wall to be able to extend the cabinets. And if we walk over here, we used to have an upper cabinet here and then a lower cabinet here with a countertop in between. And this used to be where we kept our coffee maker and all those types of items there. It was super tiny. The lower cabinets were falling apart, and then the upper cabinets didn't really have a lot of space to them, and they didn't go up to the ceiling, so there wasn't a lot of storage in them. So we decided to take that out and add a pantry here. And the one thing I love about the pantry is it has slide outs. We also kept the plug that used to be here on the counter, and we kept it in here. So now I have my blender plugged into it, and I have a little smoothie bar right here, and I don't have to take it out and put it on the counter. I can just do everything I need right in this area. Now this is the same refrigerator we had, so nothing really new here. But what we didn't have before is this upper cabinet here. And this cabinet also goes to the ceiling, and it stores so much stuff. It stores so much stuff. I literally have my toaster oven in here, and the door closes and everything. Now, another big change that we did to this kitchen was this huge island. Now, my original plan was to have an island that was shorter than this, but wider. So that way we could have had seating on this side of the island. But it ended up being that our kitchen was literally only, 6 inches too short this way to be able to fit an island that we could have seating on this side. So what we opted to do was just take the island, make it longer, and then create this like table dining area right here. So it has these sleek table legs here, which I really love because it just kind of gives it a more homey touch to it. But I can add seating on the end here. I could have seating right here if I wanted to, and then I have seating on this side. So this is the boys' favorite place to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I like it too because they're able to sit up here and help me make dinner, or we can bake together, and it's right here on the counter. Everything's close by, and they love that they can get up here and help me with all those things. And then obviously these items were not here, so we have drawer, and it has become our junk drawer. That's something that I'm gonna have to organize. But this right here, this is where we keep all of our baking items. So we have our measuring cups and mixing bowls and soap pats and things like that. I love that each cabinet, even though it is a cabinet, has a drawer insert in it. So I never have to get on the floor and try to crawl back in there and find things. I can just pull it in and out as I need to find something. We added soft close to all of the cabinets and the drawers. We also added this trash can here, which is so helpful when you are prepping things and cooking and chopping and you need to just throw something away. You can just literally slide it off the counter instead of having to carry it to a trash can. And the nice part is that it's hidden away and it's not out. This is the first house that I've ever had that in, and you know, little things like that were super exciting for me. So now the next item is something that my husband and I decided to splurge on. It was something that we've seen for years, and when we were getting ready to do a kitchen, we knew that we always wanted it there, and the island provided the best place to put it, and that's the microwave. And yes, I know this was definitely a bougie find and a splurge for us, but when we saw it, we knew we had to have it. Absolutely love it. It is so nice when you want to just pop something in, you just set it in. You don't have to crouch in there and try to pull something out. It's just right here. You can pick it up, put it down, put it back in. So easy. I think it's super sleek, pretty, and it's definitely something that I would add to any other homes in the future. So we have our range area, and this is the same range that I've had. This did not come with the home. We bought it maybe a month into living here, and I absolutely love it. This house came with an electric stove, and we decided to purchase this in a gas line when it did not have a gas line to put in a gas stove. So we had a plumbing company come out and install a gas line for us. Since I went to culinary school and I've worked in so many different kitchens, restaurants, hotels as a cook, and working with a gas stove is just so much more fun and just so much easier, and if you can do it, I highly suggest going gas. And here is a better view of the hood. I just think a hood looks like a piece of art, and I wanted to showcase that art by taking all of the backsplash and bringing it all the way up to the ceiling. This actually took me a couple days to lay all these tiles down. It's definitely tedious, but I think it worked out in the end, and I absolutely love it. I love that it brings out gray tones, white tones, and it also has kind of like brings out a little bit of blue as well. And I think it can be so versatile with anybody's style, any color choices you choose, and whatever season you want to decorate with. Now, like I said, I wanted to keep the counters clear of everything except for the pretty things. So I have my tray here that I keep just a cute little pumpkin on since it is fall. This is where I keep my salt. And then I have a little candle here, and then a cute little plant. And then I have my cutting boards here. Now obviously those are more for aesthetic reasons, but if I wanted to, I could use them. So they are practical in the kitchen, but they're really and honestly just for the look and the style. So when putting all of our items back into the kitchen, it was a toss-up on whether I was going to keep our knife block here and have all of our knives on the counter, or if I was going to have all of our utensils on the counter. And ultimately I chose to put the knives in the drawer, and then I purchased this little, I think it's a candle holder that I believe I purchased this from Ross. I really love gold leaf accents here, and you would never know that it wasn't meant to be. So I really think it pulls in all the gold that we have in the kitchen with our faucet, our handles, and then also our lighting in the kitchen. It has a little bit of gold on it as well. So speaking of our handles, we went with this brass handle, and I didn't want just one of those straight T-bar poles. I opted to get this, which is a little bit more detail. It has this cute little circular area that the bar goes into, and I think it just adds a little bit more charm and just something else to look at in the kitchen. So I just wanted to show you the before once again, and then I'm going to walk you through the renovation process. And yeah, so we had somebody come out and put up the cabinets for us, and then we also had someone put in our countertops.
I cannot forget you. All I need is one drop and then I would be forgetting, babe.
And of course we had hubby do all the electrical to save on cost, and well, he can do it, so why not? And like I said, laying down the tile was a tedious task, but it was so much fun. And here we have the hubby putting up the vent so that we can install the vent hood, and all the food smells and smoke can be repelled out of the house instead of just blown in. Okay guys, so that was the end of the kitchen tour. I hope you enjoyed watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram for more behind the scenes. Bye-bye. So yeah, I think that is everything. Thank you so much for coming on this tour with me.